My sister slept with my husband and then told me I should leave so they could be a happy family. I never imagined the place I built my life in would become the stage for my greatest humiliation. My name is Lara. I'm 34. A few months ago, I opened the doors of my home and my heart to my younger sister Clara, who's 28. She had just lost her job, gotten seriously ill, and had nowhere else to go. Our parents live far away, and with few friends nearby, I was the only one she could count on. I truly believed I was doing the right thing. She moved in so she could recover, save on rent, and get back on her feet. My husband, Bruno, and I had been married for 8 years. We had what I thought was stability, comfort, partnership, or so I believed. Clara started getting better after a few weeks. She smiled more, had color in her face again. Then, one evening, she asked Bruno and me to sit down for a serious talk. I assumed she'd finally tell us she got a job offer or was moving out. Instead, she calmly announced she was pregnant with Bruno's baby. My whole body went cold. I turned to look at him, waiting for him to deny it immediately, to say it was some kind of sick joke. But all I saw on his face was confusion and guilt. He clearly hadn't known. She dropped that bombshell without warning. My world shattered in a heartbeat. I felt like I was hovering outside my own body, watching my life burn to the ground. Then came the worst part. Claire had the audacity to say I should move out of my own house so she and Bruno could start a happy family. The house I paid for, the life I built with my own hands. Claire really believed that being pregnant gave her the right to take everything. I didn't scream. I didn't break down. I looked her in the eyes and said, "This house is mine. If anyone's leaving, it's you." Bruno, still quiet, confirmed it. He wasn't the owner of anything. Everything was under my name. Clara looked stunned. She had bought into every lie he told her. He had painted himself as some successful novelist who owned the home and supported us financially. It was all a lie. She snapped, called him a fraud, a liar, a parasite. They started arguing right there in front of me. All I wanted was for both of them to disappear. I asked them, no, told them to leave. Bruno quietly went to pack his things. Clara dropped to her knees, begging me not to kick her out. She called me cruel, said I was abandoning my own family. But what she did to me, that wasn't family. That was betrayal on the deepest level. I grabbed her by the arm, pulled her up, and pushed her toward the door. I didn't care how harsh I seemed. I was done playing nice. I tossed her bags outside without a second thought, and when she kept crying and pleading, I slammed the door in her face. Bruno left a few minutes later without another word. The next morning, I called my lawyer and filed for divorce, but the pain didn't stop there. My parents called me furious. They said I was heartless for throwing out a pregnant woman, that Clara had no job, no support, and now no home. They acted like she was the only one who mattered. And me? The one who had been betrayed in my own house? The one who had offered help when no one else would? I was just supposed to deal with it? When I reminded them of what she did, they brushed it off, said she was vulnerable, that Bruno had seduced her, that she believed him when he claimed to be rich and successful, that I should be more understanding. I was stunned, heartbroken, honestly. I blocked their numbers and buried myself in work. The silence of my house was unbearable. The walls echoed with memories that now felt poisoned. Days later, Bruno texted me. He said he wasn't going to fight the divorce and that he deeply regretted what he did. He admitted he had lied to Clara because he felt like a failure, that he hated being financially dependent on me, that he'd wasted years writing a novel that went nowhere and felt like nothing more than a house husband. He confessed that when Clara moved in, he saw an opportunity to feel powerful again, to feel desired, and he acted on it. He told me he thought it would be a one-time mistake, but it spiraled out of control. And then she got pregnant. Or so he thought. Reading that message made me cry, not because I missed him, but because I realized the life I thought I had never really existed. I blocked him, too. Weeks passed, and I heard Clara had lost the baby. My parents, of course, blamed me, said I'd stressed her out, said I killed her child. Funny thing, though, none of them offered to take her in after I kicked her out. Not one. Then came the truth. Bruno called me again, not to beg, but to confess. Clara was never pregnant. He tried going with her to doctor's appointments, asked for pregnancy tests, and she always had an excuse. Eventually, she just announced she had lost the baby. No proof, no medical records, nothing. Just one final desperate lie. So, there it was. She lost her home and her sister because she tried to steal someone else's life. My parents lost a daughter because they backed a lie instead of the truth. And me? I lost an illusion, but I gained something far more valuable. Peace. Not happiness, not yet. But silence, and silence is a beautiful beginning.